Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve restricted placement from the 30 days of code by GFG. So in this question statement, it is trying to say that we are at the position we are at the position 0 and we can move at some position using these co-prime numbers which are given as this m and n. Okay. Now, and it is also given that the result is always finite as after a certain point, after a point x, every index in the infinite path can be visited. So what is it trying to say? For example, we are at the position 0 and we are given the coprimes as 2 and 5. After adding 2, we can reach at the position 2. After adding 0 plus 2, we can reach at the position 4. After adding 5 to 0, we can reach at the position 5. And similarly, we can visit many positions. And after some position x, every index is in the infinite path will be visited. And we have to find the number of how many candidates will be left on the board after the game is over. So basically what we are supposed to find, we are supposed to find the number of positions we cannot visit. Okay, so let's look at this using one basic example. For example, we have m is equals to 3, n equals to 7. These are our coprimes and we have to find the number of positions that we cannot visit. Okay, so we will divide this problem into two parts. One part will be the number of one part will be the for the numbers which are greater than LCM, and one part for the numbers which are our less than LCM. Okay. Now moving the LCM will be this 21, 7 into 3. As these are co-primes, the LCM will be equal to their product only. Okay, LCM. Okay. Now try to make 22. We can make 22 by this 5 into 3 is 15 and then 7. Okay, is 5 into 3 and then 7. Now can you make 23 also? Yes, we can make 23. 23 is our 3 into 3 this 9 and 2 into 7 14. Okay, so you can also check that we can make every number which are greater than our LCM. In this similar way, we can also make 24. Our 24 is equals to our 1 into 3 plus 3 into 7. Okay, and similarly, we can make 25 also, we can make 26 also. You can check this out by yourself that we can make every number which are greater than our LCM. Now, moving to this part, the numbers which are our less than our LCM. For the numbers less than my LCM, that is 21, the basic intuition that comes to my mind is the every number which are multiple of these three will be reachable. The every number which are the multiple of this 7 we are reachable. Okay, so and the numbers which we can make by the for which we can make by the addition of the 7 and 3 are also possible. So starting from 1 is definitely not reachable by these 3 and 7. 2 is also not reachable. We can reach 3. We can by this 3 also by this 3 only. Okay, we cannot make 4. Okay, let me this put this cross, and yes, we can make 3. We cannot make 4. We can we make 5? No, we cannot make 5. We cannot make 6. Okay, we can make 7. Can we make 8? No, we cannot make 8. We can make 9. 3 into 3. Okay, we can make 9. We can make 10 also. This is 7 plus 3, 10. Okay, 11. No, we cannot make 11. Can we make 12? Yes, we can make 12 by 3 into 4 by adding 3 4 times. Okay, can we make 13? Yes, I can. We can make 13 by 2 into 3 plus 7. 7 plus 6 is yes 13. now. So and similarly we can make all the numbers till 21. You can draw by yourself. Okay, so what was the largest number that we cannot make? The largest number was 11. So is there any relationship of this 11 with this LCM 21? Yes, it is. So what is it? We can write 11 as the LCM of 3 and 7. The LCM of 3 and 7 was 21. Okay, minus this m into n. So what is it? The LCM was 21, and when you minus 3 and then 7, that is uh, 21 minus 3 minus 7 gives us 11. Okay, so this is our formula. The largest number that we can make is this LCM minus m minus n. Okay, so I think it is clear to you now. We have we have found the largest number that we cannot make by these co-primes. Now, how can we find the other numbers? The other numbers will be definitely smaller than this 11, because 11 is the largest number that we can make. Now, we can find these by subtracting these co-primes from this 11. Okay, so this our 11 minus 3 gives us 8. So this is also not reachable, because if this our 8 was reachable, let's suppose our 8 was reachable, then we would have reached 11 also by just adding 3. So if we cannot reach 11, we can also not reach 8. And similarly, we will also do it for 7. 11 minus 7, which is 4. That is, we cannot reach 4 also. Now we can compute it further. That is 8. If we cannot reach 8, that is, if we cannot reach 8, we cannot reach 8 minus 3 also. 8 minus 3 gives us our 5. And 8 minus 7 gives us 1. Okay. If someone is wondering what are 3 and 7, these 3 and 7 are the co-primes. Okay, so these are the positions that we cannot reach. Okay, we can do it further also. We cannot reach 8. We cannot reach 5 and 1 also. If we cannot reach 4, we cannot reach 4 minus 3, which is 1. We cannot reach 1 also. Okay, now 4 minus 7 is negative, so we need not to consider it. So if we cannot reach 5, we cannot reach 5 minus 3, that is 2 also. We cannot reach 2. Now 5 minus 7 is the negative also. So these are the numbers that we cannot reach besides 11. We can, okay. So this 8, 4, 5, 1, 2, 11. 1, okay. 2, yes. This 4, this 5, this 11, this 8, and this 6. Okay, we can reach 6 by just by 3 plus 3. Okay, so by mistaken I have written cross. This is right. Okay, so we can reach 6. So we have computed all our answers by using this logic. Okay, so how can we implement this logic in our program? So we are having a queue. Okay, uh, here is our queue. We will push our largest element in the queue, which is our 11 initially. We have one variable answer, which is initialized to 1. Why it is initialized to 1? It is initialized to 1 because we cannot reach 1 in any case, since our m and n are greater than 1 and we are starting at the position 0. So we cannot reach 1. Okay. Now, we are having a set also. Here we will store the values that we cannot reach. Okay. Now, we cannot reach 11, so we will uh, have 11 in the set. Now we will pop this out and we will increment our answer by 1. Our answer becomes 2. Now when we are popping this, we will insert 11 minus 3 and 11 minus 7 in our cube. 11 minus 3 gives us 8 and 11 minus 7 gives us 4. Now this 8, we will pop this out, we will increment our answer. Now our answer now becomes 3. And before popping this out, we will also push this in our set. Our now answer has become 3. We are at the position, we are at this position and we have popped this 8 out. Now when we are popping this 8, we will push 8 minus 3, that is 5, and 8, this is 5, okay, and 8 minus 7, that is 1 in our cube. So we need not to push 1 in the cube because we have taken answer is equals to 1, because we cannot reach 1. Okay, now we have taken answer is equals to 3. Now we will push this 4 and 5 in our set because these are the positions that we cannot reach. Now we will are at this position. Okay, we will pop this out, we will increment our answer by 1. Now our answer has become 4. Now 4 minus 3 is 1, we need not to push 1. Okay, and 4 minus 7 is negative, we need not to push negative values. Okay, now our answer is 4, answer has become 4. Now we now increment our position, we are now at position this and we are at the number 5. We will pop this out, we will increment our answer by 1. So our answer has become 5. And now 5 minus 3 is 2. Okay, and 5 minus 7 is a negative value. Okay, so we have found 2 also. So we will put our 2 in this set. Now this 2 minus 3 is negative, 2 minus 7 is negative. So we will pop this out, we will increment our answer. So what is our final answer? Our final answer is this 6. So these 6 are there are 6 values that we cannot reach. Okay, let's have a cross check. 1, 2, then this 3, then this 4, then this 5, and this 6. So there are 6 values that we cannot reach. Now let's move to the code part. Here we are having a function candies, we are having a cube, and we are having a unordered set. Now here we have int x is equals to m into n minus m minus n. This is the largest number which we cannot reach. That is the LCM minus m minus n. Since the m and n are co-primes, the LCM will be m into n. So here we are having int answer is equals to 1 for the position 1. Since we cannot reach at the position 1, we have pushed our x in the queue, x in set also. Now we will run this while loop until our queue doesn't become empty. This x is the front of the queue dot front, and now we will check for x minus n, and then we will check for x minus n. This if my x minus m is greater than 1. Okay, since we have checked for the 1, we have incremented our answer is equals to 1 for position 1 initially, so we need not to check for greater than equals to, we will now check for greater than 1. Okay, so if my x minus m is greater than 1, and if my s dot find x minus m is equals to s dot n, that is we have not found our x minus m in the set until now, we will push our x minus m in the queue, we will push our x minus m in the set also. The same thing we will do for x minus n. Okay, now we will increment our answer. Now we will q dot pop, and and at last we will return our answer. So submitting this. So what do you think the time complexity of this solution will be? The time complexity of this solution will be, in my opinion, it will be big of n. Okay, so this runs fine. Okay, thank you.